comes out for the annual Food and Wine Festival. So it is going to be back at the event center because you've gotten that huge, right?
We've gotten that big.
Exactly.
Yeah. We've blown that many breakers.
So it's going to be back at the event center, and then the dinner is going to be at the Bridges. But we're going to talk more about food and wine when we come back. So let's take a quick commercial break. We want to thank Elevate. We want to thank the real estate store, and we want to thank River Valley Family Health Centers. And guess what? In a couple of weeks, we are going to introduce to you our newest supporter and underwriter at Lasta Solar. So be sure to check in with us in a couple of weeks, and we'll welcome them on. But let's take a break, and we'll be right back with Bud Taylor.
Believe it, just like Gigfoot, zero-lag gaming does exist. The real myth now? Slow internet made you lose. So step up your game with Elevate Internet today.
At the Real Estate Store, we're a group of real estate professionals who share all forms of property brokering in an innovative way. Our expertise and experience makes us the best choice for buyers and sellers. Our brokers are ready to assist you, either in person or virtually. Come visit us in historic downtown Montrose and experience for yourself the difference of our personal, professional property brokers.
Okay, and we're back with Bud Taylor. We have a table full of wine because we're going to be talking about the Food and Wine Festival coming up. This is definitely an event you have to plan for. They usually sell out, and so that's why with an August event, we are talking about this now. But I do have a question for you. So last year when you were on talking about food and wine, you brought a lot of wine.
Is this not a lot of wine?
Oh, you did. So what I'm wondering is, where's the food?
Well, it's early in the morning. Crash Burger isn't open just yet.
Oh,
so,
darn.
Yeah.
Now, okay, food and wine, it's a big deal here.
Very big deal.
And what year are we in?
It's like the 18th year, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
So people have been eating and drinking in Montrose for 18 years.
Yeah.
Okay, probably longer than that.
A little longer,
Just
but
a little. So let's talk about, all I know is last year was phenomenal.
Awesome.
I mean,
thank you.
absolutely
Thank you.
phenomenal. And anyone who has pictures and videos, delete them. Okay, just saying. But there were so many activities, so much food. Kind of walk us through what's new and what should we expect?
You know, I don't know if we're doing a whole lot of new stuff.
Okay.
But I mean, gosh, if you're a sponsor, we're doing the sponsor area again.
Okay.
So that had anything from like the chocolates that Drost brought last year all the way to Remington's. They brought their A game. Luca's Ravioli brought their A game. But one of the highlights that we got last year, and we've secured them again, was the sabering lady. She came out and taught everybody how to get a sword and champagne and cut the top off and saber it. And oh my gosh, we had people who sat at the table next to it the entire time. They just didn't get up and leave because it was so entertaining. I know not what you speak
of. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah,
I've never done that either.
I joke, our producer, he's like, Tanya, I can't even show these pictures. So the sabering, this is what makes food and wine fun, and I have to talk about this because it was absolutely hilarious, and a better person would be embarrassed, but I guess obviously I'm not a better person. So I tried the sabering event, thought that that's all I'm doing is chopping off a cork from champagne. Oh no, you have to do it in costume.
That's right. That's right.
So we put on I think I was Princess Leia. And when Jabba the Hutt got her, they had put this wig on me, and it was hilarious. But it took me 3 times to get champagne
Yeah.
off, and I was walking around drinking champagne, sharing it with everyone.
That's
that was
right.
such a great event. I mean,
That
a
was
great,
fun. That was
addition.
fun, yeah.
Now, all of
Yes.
that was in the VIP section. So
Yep.
tell us about that. How do you get into the VIP room? Which
Yeah.
I snuck in. Sorry. Okay, no. Someone invited me, but
Yeah.
that was a real coup. This is
Yeah.
why we're a sponsor this year.
Yes. So you got to be a sponsor.
Okay.
So being a sponsor not only gets you into the VIP area, it gets you into the VIP or the sponsored dinner the night before.
Right.
And that's as you said at Remington's at the Bridges. So we're finalizing the menu. We've had some changes on that as well, and we're just going to make it just fun and awesome night instead of trying to be so fancy. So yeah.
I could do both. I could do
Well,
fun and fancy.
that's what we're trying to go for. That's what
Yes.
we're trying to go for. A little increase the fun and
Okay.
not be so uptight. So yeah, we have those two big awesome things, and then of course
what was your
the-
highlight though? I'm curious. What were some of your favorites besides the savoring?
Oh gosh.
What about some of the food?
Every year it changes. It absolutely changes every
I just put him on the
year.
spot.
Yeah,
and
no.
Oh, you are good.
It's good because we really try and work. We get about 30 food vendors, 30 wine or beverage vendors, and I always find something new that I really like. And so in the VIP area, those are your more high-end beverages. That's
Yes.
your Storm King distilling, the whiskeys, the harders. In the general area, you're going to have the liquor store there, and they're going to help represent like Southern and Republic, some of the really big distributors in town. And so then you can look at the bottle and, ooh, I like that, let's try it, and oh, this is really good. And I mean, it's just, you can try anything and everything without having to spend money on a bottle. This year we're bringing back the app, and in the app it lists. You can go on the app and it says, it's a wine vendor, it's the liquor store, that's what the booth that we're at, and then the liquor store has listed all of their wines. You can say, oh, I like this pretty blue bottled one.
Right.
Oh, and it's this, and you click on it, and there's a little heart, and you can favorite it, and because sometimes I drink too much and I don't remember. I just
Which
remember
one I liked.
a blue bottle, and everybody at the liquor store is going, what are you talking about? And now I have an app to say, oh, I liked this one.
That's the one
and
that I
they can
like.
help me out and get it. And if they don't have it, they'll special order it for you. So
Oh, that is impressive.
Yes,
So I'm going to
yeah.
go a little slower through the motions because
Yeah.
I have to tell you, it's phenomenal, this event that you put on, this 2-day festival.
Yeah.
And it is not for the faint of heart, let me tell you. It is a party and a half.
yes, yeah.
But the dinner the night before, there is a I have to tell you, it's one of the most eloquent speeches and introduction to the Boys and Girls Club. And as we talk about food and wine, and we're excited about that, this is the largest fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club
Yes.
and has been for 18 years.
Yes.
And I got downright emotional. So you came up, we're at Remington's at the Bridges and all outside, and everyone's just standing around. They have their cocktail ready, this is before dinner. And you just gave an introduction to the Boys and Girls Club and what you use the funds for. And then there was a young man.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
Oh my gosh, Gabe. Gabe is amazing. He's I don't even know how to describe him. He's started coming to club a couple of years ago, but sometimes he's 12. I want to say.
Okay.
He's a little bit on our older side
Right.
of things.
Oh gosh, if
but-
12 is old, what
Well,
am I? I know.
Yeah, right. What am I?
Exactly.
But he came into club, and a lot of time kids his age just kind of come for a little bit, and then there's a lot of little kids, we don't want to be here. But the cool thing with Gabe and what really set him apart and why I wanted him to talk was he had this different energy about him. So he came in, and for some reason these little kids just would come up to him and, hey Gabe, how are you? I like hanging out with you.
Aww.
And he took that as a compliment instead of a hindrance, as so many teens might. Like, oh my
Right.
gosh, these kids are crawling all over me. No, Gabe was just like, hey guys, how are you? What's going on? Sweet, yeah, we'll play basketball in a couple minutes. Let's go do this or that. And so then he'd kind of make his way around and say hi to everybody. It was just so friendly. And then, you know, he'd sit in the atrium with some of his friends and, oh, we're doing this and we did that and this was cool. And he was just a really cool kid, and he brought a really good energy into the club. And, you know, it was one of those, does he need the help? No, he doesn't need the help, but
He helped.
he
the
helped a
club.
lot
He
of
helped
other
them.
kids out that needed the help, and that was the really cool thing about Gabe that I really liked. And
So when Gabe, so he spoke, so this young man walks up to the podium and you introduce him, and he's so sophisticated.
Yeah.
He had his speech, his notes on his phone, and he's like, excuse me, I've got to bring my notes up. And he reads this emotional story of who he became while he was at the club and how the Boys and Girls Club has helped him.
Yeah.
You could see his family off to the side, mom's proud,
Yes,
you know, it
yeah.
was such a great time. And then something phenomenal happened.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, did all of a sudden, Sue Frank walks up with a check for
Yes.
20, people just start giving
yeah,
you money.
just money. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that is part of the fun of the fundraiser.
Yes.
That everyone
Yeah.
gets to have a good time, hear a good story,
Yeah.
and it helps a great nonprofit like the
Yes.
Boys and Girls Club, which in turn helps our community.
Absolutely, yeah. No, we're that was amazing. You know, I'm sitting there thanking Gabe, and we have to realize we have 200 plus people at the sponsored dinner that
Yes.
night, and here's Gabe coming up talking so eloquently and giving his story and being open and vulnerable to 200 strangers. I mean, it's when you even just think about that, people hate public speaking, and these kids
Oh, he nailed it. I know.
Nailed it. So.
Do you know how many people are nervous when they come on my show?
Oh yeah.
They can't even do that. He's like, you're not nervous though, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
You know, I'm nervous.
Ooh.
Oh, I am. I know. I have Bud Taylor here next to me. I've got all this wine and champagne. We're talking about one of the largest events in Montrose. I could screw this up.
Well, you'll be forgiven really quick.
Okay, thank you, Montrose, for forgiving me. Which I should have reminded everyone that make sure you comment, make sure you ask questions, because you will be entered into a raffle to get 2 tickets to Montrose Wine and Food this year. So let's talk about the date.
Yeah.
Okay, so we changed it.
Yes, we did. So we always had it in May.
Yes.
And it was an okay time. It was kind of a kickoff to summer, but we were always kind of fighting with graduation weekend or Mother's Day weekend, and it was kind of funny this year. I'm laying on my couch and pull up Facebook on my phone, and it says, you know, hey, 2-3 years ago, this was Wine and Food Weekend, and I look outside and it was really overcast and cold, and I thought to myself, it would be a pain in the butt to try and get 500 people even out to the bridges to have the tents.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh man, and so, you know, with COVID and everything, we changed it from May and we brought it back in August or September last year. And we think the timing didn't work out just right because that was Labor Day weekend.
That's right.
And so we actually pushed it to a week before that.
Okay.
So it's August 26th and 27th, right before Labor Day weekend.
Oh, good. So we can have some fun before we have some fun.
That's right. Yeah, and kids are back in school, so families should be here in town.
That's right.
School's going. Teachers need a nice little refreshing cocktail. Parents need a refreshing cocktail. Come on down to Wine and Food.
There you August 26th and 27th this year. So let's talk about the location.
Yeah.
I know that the dinner is going to be at Remington's, at the Bridges.
At the Bridges,
But
yes.
we are where for the full festival on Saturday?
So we used to be at the Bridges.
Right.
And as I joked before, we just blew all their breakers. And that was one of the constraints we had, because it was every couple minutes we were going in the back, Eric's getting bothered, flip the switch. So now we're at the County Event Center.
Okay.
and it's got just plenty of room. We decided to go there during COVID for the space, but now we got there and it felt open, it felt comfortable. You felt like you can visit all the booths. You felt like you could talk to people and learn about, the Argentinian wine and the rock soil that it grows in and whatever else.
And it wasn't weather prohibitive, right?
No weather prohibitive. If it's hot outside, we've got the AC on. If it's cold outside, they've got the heaters. It's great. We even had an ice cream truck there last year handing stuff out.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. It was just kind of fun to see all of that. So it's at the event center. We can hold a heck of a lot more people. The VIP area is just that room number 4 off to the side.
Where I've held events there for 300 people alone, between that and arena. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We want to thank our sponsors, but we're going to be right back because we're going to talk about the layout of the arena, maybe get Bud to tell us who's going to be there so far, and how we get tickets and some other stuff. So let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. At River Valley Healthcare Centers, we believe everyone deserves access to quality care. At our locations, you will find friendly staff and professional medical providers who are committed to helping you achieve optimal health. Our goal is to meet the needs of our community by eliminating barriers to patients receiving quality medical, dental, and mental health care, as well as convenient access to a pharmacy. We're accepting new patients, so contact us today, regardless of your insurance and income status. Do you imagine taking your business to the next level? You can stop imagining. We can help make it a reality. Helping businesses elevate their brand is our business. Contact Our Town Matters today for a free marketing evaluation and consultation. Call 970-765-0913 or visit ourtownmatters.net. Okay, we're back in the studios with Bud Taylor. Bud, there are so many things I like about you, but one of my faves is you're always smiling. Is that because you hang out with kids all day long?
Nope, it's because I hang out with you a bunch, Tanya.
Yeah, we sit on too many boards together, right. Do too many activities. Yep. But no, it's Monday. I just said Monday. It's Friday morning.
It's Friday.
And you got a smile going. Drew is back there laughing because he hasn't had enough coffee.
Yep.
And I'm super excited about just upcoming events and specifically wine and food. So. When you go into the Montrose County Event Center, and anyone who's been there, that arena area is huge. Yep. So we are expecting in the heyday before COVID, we had 1,000 people.
Yeah, so actually, let's take a step back.
Okay.
Before you get into the arena, we have our check-in area, of course, and you get your tickets. But then we give everybody a tasting glass. And so that's part of it. And
I
so
should have brought mine and
and you get if you're a sponsor, you get a wooden little plate trays, and so you don't have to hold your wine glass and try and eat your food. It's as a sponsor, you're taken care of. So
that was a spill he used when he sold the sponsorship to Our Town Matters. I do. Okay, before you get off task, all right, I'm going to get us off task here for a second. So I'm walking through the arena and I see people with a necklace with their wine glass on it. I'm not that cool. What in the world? When do people get that?
When or where?
Where?
Oh, we can get you hooked up, Tanya.
Oh, really?
You don't even need to worry about that. I'll get you.
I want to be walking around with a wine glass necklace.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have to wear it during wine and food. You could wear it all year round. You can go to Ted's and have your wine glass right there. You can go to the Bridges, have your wine glass right there.
Oh, that is funny.
Rick will love you for that.
Okay, so if I'm walking down Main Street and you guys see me with a little wine glass necklace. Oh my gosh!
Fashion trend right there.
Please don't call, Chief Blaine Hall, okay? just say it's Tanya, it's water in there.
That's right, yeah.
No, but so you walk in, and I remember this. So they carded me, which I was happy.
That's right.
And they gave me a wine glass with a little wooden holder, so my wine glass would stay in the holder, and then I could put all my little snacks and everything that I get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Then you go into the arena. On the right-hand side, that's where we had the auction items.
Oh, that's right. So auction items.
Yeah.
What are you going to have this year? Do you know?
I don't know. We're still working on it.
Okay.
So if anybody has auction items they want to donate, please let me know. I'll be happy to take it off your hands, and we'll get it going. So we had the auction, and then we kind of went around into the.
And it's a silent auction, just to be clear. When you walk through, you can bid on all the auction items that you want. You can bid on all of them if you like.
That's
and
right.
Then keep going.
And so then you'll come in, and the arena is split up into kind of two sections, and there's a kind of a black curtain down the middle, but then that'll give you 4 booths as you walk down.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so is food on one side and wine on the other? Everybody's intermixed?
Everybody's intermixed. So you can go to wine and then food and then wine and then food and then wine and then food. And you pick and choose what you want. And
you can hang out all day if you wanted to.
All day, yeah.
So there were picnic tables and stuff in the center that people could sit and so forth. And then there was a stage.
Yeah. There was this kind of local band that came out and kind of did some music.
Oh, really? Okay, so this is, you can eat, drink, dance, listen to music.
So this year we got Neon Sky. They're coming back. We love them. They've got great music. It's just a fun vibe. They know how to take care of us.
Exactly.
And that's fun because you can just sit there. You can try out these different wines. You can sit at a table. You don't have to be standing all day. Just sit there and enjoy yourself. Try the food and enjoy it. It's awesome.
Good. So what time do the festivities happen on Saturday, and how do you get tickets, and how much are they, and so forth?
Yeah. So, all right, let's go through them one by one. VIP, they get in at noon.
Okay.
And general admission gets in at 1. So VIP is a full hour extra in the VIP area.
Wow.
And then it goes until 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And then the tickets are $65 each.
All right.
And what was the other one you asked?
I think that was...
How to get the tickets?
Oh, yes, how?
So it's...
He's doing my job better than me.
Yes, blackcanyontickets.com.
Okay.
Or go to montrosewineandfood.com.
Okay.
And that'll link over to Black Canyon Tickets.
Fantastic. Yeah. At $65, that is that's a steal.
Well, when you think about all the different foods that you can try that you're not really guaranteed to, you don't have to buy a full plate. You don't have to buy a full bottle of wine and realize you don't like it. You can really try all these things and just, I'm not going to spend $300 on wine, open it, and then realize I don't like that style. So, this is a great thing where people come and just explore their taste buds. So.
Well, I have so many fun memories from wine and food, so you should definitely go. But I also have a crazy story that you may or may not have heard about because, it is Montrose. So we're at the dinner Friday night, and I'm with a group of ladies. It was just ladies' night out. And we had such a good time. And I'm shy, right?
Just a little bit.
Just a little. Yeah. So unfortunately, I was hopping from table to table to table whenever there was like a little break when they're trading food and so forth. But had a fabulous time. It was pretty late when we left. And so went home. All the ladies, they drove together except for me. I rode by myself because I had something to do early morning. The next morning before wine and food. And so I get home. Well, I guess I didn't check in at all. Shame on me because I didn't have my phone. So come to find out, I left my phone at the bridges.
Oh, no.
And I assumed I left it there and I would go back the next day to get it. Well, my friends, because I didn't check in, they hadn't heard from me, they called the, what was Montrose Memorial Hospital first, but Montrose Regional Health said, is there Tanya Maddox there? They called the sheriff's department, they called the police department, and all I know is when I thought the bridges would be open about 10 or 10:30, I went and got my phone, my kid crying under the table because that's where it was, and I had all these calls from
missed calls, texts.
So when I showed up on Saturday at the arena, and I wasn't even, on time, they were like, oh my gosh, Tanya, you're alive.
That's right.
And so this is what I remember from Food and Wine, that people cared about me. If they didn't hear from me, they, missed me.
So did you make up a good story when you showed up?
I should have.
I just got out of jail.
I know.
Thank you, Gene Lillard, for getting me to Wine and Food on time.
Gene drove me home personally and said, stop being bad, Tanya. It was so fun. I love our small community, and I have been, I was away last week. I was in Texas. It's hot as Hades. And although I like traveling and seeing family, I love, love, love Montrose. And I am so glad that you love Montrose, that Black Canyon Boys and Girls Club is here, because they matter, Montrose matters, and just having a fun community matters. Thank you so much, Bud Taylor, for all that you do.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone get your tickets to Montrose Food and Wine, and I promise I'll be there on time this year. Have a great weekend, Montrose.